69? No,
No, we just got killed. That's all.
it was close.
We got the Hanzo.
That was much better.
Alright, I'm picking this back up. Um,
Yeah.
I had to take off for a second, or not a second. It's been like a couple hours, but took off for a lunch meeting, so now I'm back. We're doing so the first round of Volskaya just ended. This is the second map.
Actually, can we run pharmacy here?
Pharmacy
And for the most part, the Volskaya went by pretty fast that first round.
But
Thank you.
remember, they have a very good fire widow.
Yep. No, if they're ever running Widow, I'm gonna switch off. But I'm going in there not expecting a Widow right now.
Do you want me to play Diva for Widow?
Let me go like Sean.
Sure.
Let's go like this, because this point is like tanky.
Okay.
Okay, so we have junk with us, and
Rich, maybe you wanna run like a Reaper or something?
I think Junkrat is fine, because he can put damage with us, and he can like Rex if they have flankers.
The only thing with Junkrat though is you don't have like as precise damage when you're going in.
So I don't know if it's.
So like for this choke, you're gonna have to play back
Right?
and just hope that whatever you're spamming actually hits something, so that your tanks can go through all the
They
way.
can switch either way. Hands of high ground.
Hanzo.
He's Discord. Oh, he got away. Sombra behind.
Sombra. She got her Zen.
Okay,
Got her. Got her.
nice.
We're
We have numbers. You can push.
Need heals on Ryan?
Got you.
Thanks.
Mercy, are you with me? Mercy, are you with me?
So they said he said that you have numbers.
Push.
That's the time to like kind of go in instead of holding your shield up.
Reinhardt
Right here, right?
Reinhardt
Let
one.
me see here.
Numbers. You can push.
Need heals on
So right here, you have numbers. You don't need to have your shield up, because that was basically his thing. He's gonna throw an orb on you right now, but you have to just trust your team that you're gonna get healed. You don't need the shield, because when you hold up your shield, you actually take longer to get from point A to point B.
Got you.
Thanks.
Mercy, are you with me? Mercy, are you with me?
Okay, nice.
Alright, Gamma.
Push.
I have to be with the team. Okay, I'm with you.
Ryan's one.
Reinhardt one.
Good call, Saifan.
Hanzo is high ground in the middle. Be careful.
I need.
Reinhardt one Discord. Okay, he's down. Sombra behind. You have numbers. Get the Moira.
Somber hacked me.
Where you at, buddy?
Sombra's one.
Mercy.
Nice. Good job, guys.
The only person that can peel for you, Dawn, is gonna have to be Farah
We have Barrage.
and Saifan.
We have Shatter.
I have Barrage.
Okay,
They have
next.
they have a soldier, Alice.
So you guys have
Next fight
numbers
is
here. You
Shadow
guys don't
Barrage.
need to stand right there. You guys can actually push to the next choke.
Get ready to give the Farah a bubble.
Yes,
Sombra behind. Sombra behind.
Sombra.
She's out.
Thank you for the pills.
Sombra on the left.
Get ready for the shatter. We're gonna shatter.
Follow me in 3.
Right. Rhino. Use Rhino. Here.
There we go. Let's do. Mercy, res.
Okay.
Right.
Reinhardt. We're gonna shatter.
Follow me in 3.
Right. Rhino. Use Rhino.
That orb probably could have gone on him earlier.
There we go. Let's do. Mercy, res.
Okay.
So that was a lost fight. I think Dawn needed to call that out sooner than later, because your main tank is down, and you're going for this res. I can't. It looks like you're trying to res Farah. If you're gonna, you shouldn't. You should probably try and res Ryan, if anything, because your main tank is more important than Farah at this point, because he can stay on point.
Okay.
Right.
Reinhardt.
No, lost fight.
Okay, that's it.
Reset.
Okay. I didn't use time.
That's okay. Good try. Good try. Good try.
It was a
Let's
good.
do a dry push to try and build up our grab.
They have graph.
They definitely have
Okay, then
grab.
we can get it out of them.
They have shatter. I might have.
Done your close strength, yeah?
Yeah, I have turns.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
Don't just hang around. Sombra will farm.
Don't go.
We need
Then,
to wait for our 6. That's true. Sombra has EMP too, so I have to hide from.
Yeah, Sombra has EMP for sure.
Okay, let's try to do that. Junk there? Junk?
Okay. Yeah, ACB, you gotta make space. Push forward. Push forward.
Alright, buddy.
Sombra behind?
Got me.
Okay,
Rhino.
don't engage, don't engage. Okay, you can engage. Call
That
targets,
was
call
a
targets.
weird, I felt like that was a bad EMP on the Sombra part.
Okay, that's a reset,
But,
just die.
They probably could have saved
we
it
need
for a
to call
better
the targets
opportune
earlier,
time to
Sai.
do that.
Okay. We have
Okay.
grab, we're about to have our shatter.
Or do you wanna call target? Just die.
There hasn't been any adjustments made, really. We just that Alice switched off of Pharah. And actually, Pharah's probably well, unless the soldier was really a problem, Pharah's probably a better pick anyways, because Sombra can't really touch the Pharah unless you're close to Sombra. But at this point, I don't know that you should be playing Ana into this either. So we'll just see how it goes.
We need to call the targets earlier, Sai.
Okay. We have
Okay.
grab, we're about to have our shatter.
Or do you wanna call targets?
I'm for it.
Yep.
Here, let's wait to use grab until we have dragon, and then I can build up my earth shatter by the time we push in.
Side, do you want me to call targets or are you calling targets?
But you can call target. It's okay. You
Got it.
call target.
Okay, listen to Oro. Okay, let's try to use grab this fight.
Okay. We're grabbing this fight.
Okay.
Right.
Sombra behind.
Heal your Hanzo.
Sombra low.
Push it.
So I want to look at his comment right here. He's talking about have called Mercy to pocket while Sombra EMP'd. I'm just gonna go back to that point real quick because in theory that sounds really good, but I don't think
Okay.
that Mercy was with the team. I think Mercy at that point was with the tanks who were already going
was a-
in.
Dry push.
And that is technically an issue to begin with
Get
because the team was separated at that point.
numbers. You can
I
push.
think that was probably just going to be a lost fight,
Hands of high ground.
honestly.
He's Discord.
I think I went back too far.
Sombra behind.
They have a soldier, Alice.
Summer on the left.
Get ready for the shatter. Get ready for the shatter. We're gonna shatter.
Dry push to try and build up our grab.
They have graph. That's true. Sombra has EMP too, so I have to hide from.
Yeah, Sombra has EMP for sure.
Okay, let's try to do that.
So right here, I think, is where it happens.
Junk there? Junk?
Okay. Yeah, ACB, you gotta make space. Push forward. Push forward.
Alright, buddy.
Sombra behind?
So, like, at this point, I think, like,
Junk there?
I think Mercy was with the other half of the team. Because there's 4 people past this part over here, and then it was just Junk and Zen in the back with the.
ACB, you gotta make space. Push forward. Push forward.
So like, I think it's a tough call. I mean, if Mercy ignored the tanks and went and helped Zen, then yes, the healers would have stayed alive, but you would have lost your tanks, and then it would be a reset regardless.
Sombra behind?
Got me.
Okay,
Rhino.
don't engage, don't engage. Okay, you can engage. Call targets, call targets.
Right.
Soldiers 1 HP up top. Soldier 1 HP.
Okay, that's
That's
a
why I
reset,
think
that's a reset. Just
it probably would have been best to have like
we need to call the targets earlier.
you probably want
We
like
need to call the
I don't
targets
know,
on
like
your side.
let's just say like a McCree
Okay.
or like a Tracer or
Oro, do you wanna
Genji
call
instead
targets?
of instead of instead of a Junk, and then Alice would stay Pharah, or it would go Mercy, because then Pharah and Mercy, Sombra basically won't be focused on them at all, and would just be on Zen, and then like whoever Rich ends up playing could peel better for Dawn. Yeah.
Oro, do you wanna call targets?
I'm for it.
Here, let's wait to use Grav until we have Dragon.
Or Dawn could technically go Moira instead, right? Because then you would have two main heals, and then Pharah and Mercy can just focus
Listen
on
to Oro.
pocketing each other.
Okay,
And then,
let's try to use grab this fight.
Let's see, actually, I don't think the other team's only playing Visor, and so yeah, Zen's
Listen to
ult
Oro.
is good for Visor, but
Okay,
you would get a
let's
lot
try to
of
use grab
healing
this
if you
fight.
played Moira.
Okay, we're grabbing this fight.
Okay.
What?
Sombra behind.
Heal me, heal your Hanzo, heal your Hanzo, heal your Hanzo.
Sombra low.
Push in.
We can grab.
Zarya's looking for grab, Zarya's looking for grab, yeah.
No, don't go, don't go.
Don't grab. Saria behind.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Saria Discord behind.
Zarya behind.
Saria Discord. Saria down.
Right down.
Mercy high ground.
Moira on point.
Moira Discord.
No.
Soldier behind.
You need a patron behind too. Oh my god.
Okay.
This is a lost fight.
The ISIS.
Saipan, I have my dragons, we can combo.
Okay.
They have one.
Sorry.
They have EMP again? I don't think so.
They have a tracer.
They have a tracer now. Okay.
I don't think they use
So now is
they
like
use Visor.
really opportune time to use that Graviton Hanzo,
Okay, we can grab
but you
and-
guys really need to make sure everybody's in that
Grab
Graviton.
dragons this fight then. ACB, come back.
ACB, come back.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, ACB,
Okay,
you
we're
gotta
ready.
really turn around, make sure your team's with you before
Grab,
you
grab.
poke in. You're taking unnecessary damage.
Dragons.
Oh, she hacked me in just the last second. Okay, Ryan's dead.
Okay, I'm down. Tracer's behind.
Zarya,
Call target, Soro. Okay, or is dead. That's a reset. Die.
No, I can't.
I think you need to swap off of Zen. Yeah. Yeah, the Brig would be good, but even if you did have Brig, I think like Rich really needs to swap off of something else that's not a because I don't think he's providing as much value right now. Right, because look, like his projectiles are really only
Die.
his projectiles is really only hitting these people right here, the half of the team, and so it's not helping him get his ult faster. It's not helping take down enemies faster. It's just spam damage onto half of the team, because all these other people are gonna be playing the back lines or as flankers, and then like Mercy's pretty much very mobile, so it wouldn't affect her either, unless you like trapped her. You really none of those heroes can provide. Your Zen ult doesn't help with any of those heroes.
Maybe to like off.
I have Brig for the flankers.
So
They don't
Saifan,
have
I
any
definitely want you to work on your
again.
target calling. Definitely call the targets ahead of time and keep up with doing what you're doing with calling them multiple times. It's really good. It helps the team focus a lot. So you guys are playing almost like with Brigida. You have to play super close together. Very
He's
good.
one.
That was really
He's down.
good. So now your next
Saria,
that Zarya is your next target at that time because he
Zarya
is
low?
half.
Saria low. Saria one.
So you guys call the targets, but you guys don't follow through. You guys just switch targets. That's not good.
Mercy,
Make
mercy,
sure
mercy,
you guys
mercy,
call the
mercy.
targets and then you guys follow through with
Get
actually
the
taking them
hamster.
down.
I got hacked. Hamster. Okay.
Nice, nice, thank you.
Tracer, 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 Tracer.
Don,
Okay,
you
that's
gotta
a reset.
mention that you're down.
Practice makes perfect. Not to mention some
Sorry, Don. I'm just repeating what you said.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, we don't have anything for next fight. They use
We have
EMP.
rally.
They have maybe what?
No, they use grab there. They're gonna
Okay.
shatter. They're
use
going
grab
to
there.
have,
I think they use Shatter.
Yeah, they
Pulse
just use
bomb.
They're gonna have pulse
They
bomb
have
and
pulse bomb
coalescence.
coalescence.
Okay, let's push.
Shatter, pulse bomb, coalescence.
Alright, how are we doing this?
Left or right?
Going
Left or
left
right?
or
Left or right? Or main?
Go main, go main.
Back.
I'm gonna ult. Okay. Walk, walk,
Push,
walk.
push. We got rally. We have rally.
Yeah.
We have
I
rally.
think he can play frontline, but he would need to do both. He would play frontline and make sure that Tracer and Sombra are, you know, you'd have to make sure your team is played as a group. So there is no option of playing backline or frontline. If your team is grouped up, there is technically no front or backline.
I'm down.
Okay, that's it.
Reset, reset, come back.
So I have to put it down. I have to put it down.
Come back,
Okay,
ACB.
we get halfway into the fight and then everybody turns around to deal with somebody. What's going on? Are they pressuring our back line that hard?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
they
Yeah,
really
they have two
are.
flankers.
I don't know how many times I have to call if I'm hacked to get healed or something. I'm not trying to be like tilted or anything, but
Watch out, Tracer.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch for the Tracer. I need two to
Siphon,
call
we
targets.
can do grab, Siphon.
Yes.
You can do grab and meteor strikes. Yo, I need you. I need someone.
Okay, don't use anything.
No, we
Ah, yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
lineup, you guys, I
Oh.
think you guys really just have to play balled up
They have the
for this to work.
I'm gonna say one thing is I really don't think we should have been running Anna there after the first point.
What do you think we should have been running?
We should have kept on the Mercer, maybe going to like a Moira
Lucio or Moira, like someone that can get away from
Okay.
healer,
Sure,
unless you have
sure.
the nade.
was pretty
Everyone was
good.
doing their best.
He was super
It was
good.
just some of the picks for question marks.
ACB.
The off tank should be the one taking care of the back line, like helping the back line. And I saw ACB's shield all the way, always on the back line. Because
We can run like offensive with just
Volley would have been the call there.
Agree. I was thinking of a McCree pick at the end. But
DPS with the
Until then, the backline just.
offense.
I could
I
go
think we
anything
probably should have swapped to like McCree and Brigitte to super counter them and just kind of played Death Volley.
if you wanna run goats.
Next fight, next.
oh,
We
he's
have
also diamond, so nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the definition of carry.
Right. So we gotta watch where we're being,
Wait, is that-
where we're playing, and make sure we're playing as a team.
Yep.
Right. If your alt is what's called as part of the next team fight, be vocal about how you want, like what your opportunities are to use it.
Oh, no
Right.
wonder. Sorry, guys. Commander High is from MSXL. That explains a lot of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we said that at the beginning.
Sorry, I didn't notice. But yeah, I'm on their server, so I'm just like checking everything out. Like, okay,
We need to. They haven't played an Ana.
she runs a lot of.
Feel the truth.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Lighthouse works with a Para works in here. It also works tanky comp.
Hmm.
It seems our team wants to run dive with Widow.
Which one is this one?
Lighthouse,
Which one?
the
Lighthouse.
one with the book to the
The one with
lighthouse.
the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, dude.
Okay.
The one with the pit that you can boot people out
No.
into, not the one with the center pit.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
It
not.
has
Yeah,
the
do you wanna play
ledge,
triple
not the
support?
pit.
Oh, thank you. That explains it so much better.
I don't think so. We are not as Death Volley. You can play maybe Genji. Your Genji is pretty good.
Okay. Gonna get to it.
So
Okay.
we're playing dive with a Pharah instead of a tracer.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, no, so that means
Okay.
Genji has to dive with the Winston, right?
Okay. I mean, I can follow up from range, so.
We have at least to pressure.
Yeah, this
the-
comp is fine.
the
Just as long
Jump
as the dive heroes do
Oh, fuck.
go together.
I'll follow you.
Go around left, go around left.
the other thing is Oro needs to make sure that the focus is on the dive and not Pharah.
Yeah, Lucio or Orisa road hog.
So you can't
Junkrat Discord.
you
They are on
can't
point.
you can't pocket the Pharah as much in this comp.
They are on point. They are on point.
Okay, okay.
Hanzo's dead.
Nice. Keep spamming the shield. Moira down. You can push.
We're 2 up.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Junkrat Discord on point.
Lucio back line. Lucio's one.
Lucio down, Lucio down, Lucio down, Lucio down.
Orisa.
Orisa, down, down,
There
down.
we go.
Nice, good job.
Nice.
Nice, let's go. Really
Blade.
good. Oro, thanks for the pocket there. That was really good.
Oh, always.
So let's see.
Nice.
Alright, hit me with some.
Nice.
Let's see what they were running here.
That was really good.
Oh, always.
Nice.
Alright, hit me with some damage boost.
Oh, always.
Really
Blade.
good. Oro, thanks for the pocket. Oro. Really
Blade.
good. Oro, thanks for the.
Yeah, your Zen. So your Zen would only be really saved for Pharah at this point. So yeah, unless the Pharah's an issue, then yeah, your friend's right. You can go Ana. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
Always.
Nice.
Alright, hit me with some damage
They're
boost
swapping
here.
over to a Reinhardt.
They're running McCree. They're running their own pharmacy.
They have McQueen, now they have McQueen.
Okay. Be careful,
They
Alice.
have Pharaoh, they have Pharaoh.
Yeah.
They have Ryan.
Pharah's Discord.
Right.
Reinhardt Discord.
No.
Mercy, I need you. Mercy, I need you.
Still.
I've got you. Don't worry. I can only heal you so fast.
Right.
Reinhardt Discord. Hog is going behind.
Right down.
Lucio behind.
Putting pressure on McCree.
He's dead.
That's unfortunate.
Who's next? Who's next?
Killing on Genji.
Far.
Yo. Point, guys. They're gonna back cap.
Oh wow.
Guys, we can't let
McCree's
that
up
happen.
top again.
Okay.
Lucio down.
I have barrage.
Nice.
I have barrage.
Targets.
Target.
Far.
Don, just walk over next time. I think jumping causes you to go a little slower
Oh no.
when you're trying to get to the point.
Okay,
I should've
reset.
gone for
Reset.
it.
Jump.
You could've
Jump
gone
off them
for it.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Reset.
Make
Let's
sure you
just
guys jump off the
They
map
have
when it's
ults
a
now.
reset
I
like
think
that.
they have a Deadeye. They have a Shatter. No, they don't have Shatter. But they
I
have.
can deal with Daylight.
They have the Hog.
Gotta come back, Alice. Can't see.
Pharah Discord.
I'm just spamming into point because I can't. I'm not gonna. Be
Yeah,
able to
it's okay.
Genji, I would
Count.
probably swap Genji off with a hit scan, to be honest here. Especially when they're running a Pharah.
Oh yeah.
Like, unless you're
Alice,
holding
can you
an ult
go-
right now, you need to switch off.
For
Alice.
Left in 3, 2.
Can I go for who? Sorry, say that again.
McCree top left.
McCree's dead. Nice.
Alright.
So
Mercy
Syphan right
slow.
there.
Mercy.
Syphan, as soon as you see that barrage going up,
Can I go for who?
you need to
Sorry, say that again.
boost into that barrage, or at least hold DM towards it.
Mercy is low. Mercy is in the middle of it. Reinhardt low. Reinhardt Discord. Reinhardt 1. Reinhardt 1.
There we go.
Rhino.
Lucio outside point. Fire on point.
Fire.
Nice.
McCree high ground.
So Oro, next time when you're
Rocky
rezzing,
main.
make sure you say you're rezzing so that your team
Let's
can
push,
kind of
let's push.
stand over you, and just as a body
so-
shield, you know, so you don't die while you're
Come back,
rezzing.
monkey. Tanks, come back. Come back.
Yeah, hooked in.
Okay.
Pull back.
Fire Discord. Okay, just get to point and stagger for time. Stagger for time on point. We need to get to 85. Okay, the Reinhardt.
So right there,
Lucio.
Syphan, you can afford to,
Stay
as a
alive, stay alive on
diva,
point.
you just need to
need
use your
to get
boosters and just
84
fly
at least.
around the room, because you
Okay,
know
okay.
you're
It's
not
okay, you
gonna
can-
survive,
Yeah.
but you can at least hold the point, like for another 5% at least.
So let's go for
We
that
still
blade.
don't have a hit scan for Pharah.
Yeah, we really don't. We need it.
We have blade. Let's use blade this fight,
for now,
and
we're
we
okay
have the
for now.
bomb.
Heal me.
You have heals. Farah one, Farah one.
Watch out for Hog.
Alice, you gotta get used to calling out who you are.
Farah no longer one. High noon. Be
I
careful.
know, guys, I know.
I'm down. Reset, reset.
You probably should just stand in the bubble next time. I know you're trying to stand away for the
They're gonna get the point.
for McCree's ult, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bubble should save you from McCree's ult too, unless the bubble goes down.
I couldn't get to it.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was my mistake, sorry. I didn't saw the time.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
couldn't-
sorry,
So
sorry.
we didn't switch to a hit scan, and that let Farah just kind of fuck us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I think that's what we were saying in the past. Is,
I mean, we played well for
earlier
what we
is that
had.
you guys need to switch ASAP.
Okay.
You guys
We
didn't
have,
switch off of
we don't know,
Genji
they have
at
the
all.
McCree.
I'll go.
Okay, I
with
can
it.
get Farah this time so I can take the Farah down, or I could just keep Genji. What do you think?
Keep Genji because I'm on Widow now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna play Lucio.
Okay.
We can go tanking.
Genji,
Who can what? Stop.
This is yeah. You guys are gonna have a tough time healing with this
Let's go
dive.
main, just go main.
Go main.
Tell us what you see, Widow.
Pharmacy again. I think I saw Diva too.
Pharmacy, Winston.
Okay, there
Diva.
dive.
Fire Mercy on me. Fire
Oh,
Mercy on your.
what?
So you guys, if they're
They have a
playing
Widow?
dive, you guys gotta remember to group up. 'Cause as soon as you guys don't group up,
Monkey
then you guys are
Discord?
screwed.
Our monkey needs heals. Our monkey needs heals.
I'm on the monkey, I'm on the monkey.
Mercy's low, Mercy's low.
I thought we were on monkey.
Monkey.
Okay, that's a reset. You have no healers. Just get away.
So now you guys have to switch.
if
You
you
have to
have to.
switch off of Genji.
I think we need to swap off Genji.
Yeah. I'm gonna get what should I get?
You
Reaper
could go
works
hit
fine.
scan.
Hey,
You
I
can
would
do
go
something for the
soldier.
dive.
Risa Hog, Risa Hog.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
I got
So if
you, I
Widow
got
doesn't work, you have to switch to soldier or McCree.
I'm switching up. I really don't feel like I'm getting supported.
you. Okay, it's okay.
Who can deal with Sarah?
Okay.
Guys, we need to focus on that Widow.
Widow is right side.
Can't let her keep doing that.
Widow is low.
Farah's on me.
Okay, I'm one. I'm dead.
Okay, just reset. Go to spawn, go to spawn. We are super staggered and
So like right now, you guys have
Yeah.
to switch and go
spawn,
double
spawn,
hit
we need to be
scan.
on spawn. You are fighting a 2v6.
Alright guys, fall back to spawn, fall back to
And then
spawn.
you would need to switch off. Like after your beat, you have to
Okay,
use Zen.
do you like
So for the Discord
Saria-
on
Saria
on
Reinhardt?
Farah,
We just
Farah
walk
is a
on point,
huge
and if they
problem
dive,
right
we
now.
delete them.
We can run ghosts.
That works too.
I'll
If
go
someone
beat-
wants to go...
Goats
beat
is
them,
not gonna
we have
solve your
one.
Farah problem, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Right, I have nano.
You can nano me and you can
This is
nano me.
actually Goats is not. Goats is not gonna really help in this situation because they have long range. This guy and this guy is not gonna be helping with Goats, and then this one too. The only thing that Ghost can take down is your two tanks right here. Everybody else is questionable on whether or not that would work.
Nano.
You can nano me and you can nano me and okay.
Widow's down.
Okay,
Push in, push in.
push in,
I
push
think
in,
you guys
keep
just
working,
forgot
keep
like
working. Keep
that
working.
they're running dive. You guys have to run. Like you guys have to run it
Okay,
as a
you
death
have no
ball.
healers.
And you have like Widow needs to switch off.
You have no healers, but
Farah's down.
You guys just
Okay.
have to go double hit
keep
scan.
going targets.
Mercy, Mercy,
I mean, Widow is technically a hit scan, but it's
You're
not
not-
working. So you guys have to go like McCree,
nothing else.
soldier.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, we just have to get there.
We don't have a choice. We have to go in.
I'm here.
Diva, kill it, Diva, kill it.
Follow targets, follow targets.
Diva's half. Diva's half.
Follow target.
Diva, 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 Diva. Diva 1. Diva got away.
Oh my
We need
gosh.
something for the Farah. Farah 1. Farah down.
Nice.
Nice work. Good work.
Yeah, keep. Yeah, yeah.
Good job,
Push
guys.
a bit, push a bit.
Push.
Right there, it's fine. Widow is right side, Widow is right side.
Point.
Focus Widow.
Widow got me.
Diva.
Diva, Diva, Diva.
Diva, run away.
Come back a bit, come back. Oh,
Get out.
they're gonna shatter. Come back.
Shatter and bomb.
Come back.
You gotta switch the heals
back
right
to
there,
point.
Don.
Get D.Va. Get D.Va. D.Va is by herself.
They're junk
Yeah,
tiring.
you guys are. I think you guys are going for the wrong targets. That's the problem too. You guys are keep going for the tanks.
Reinhardt
You
low.
guys
Reinhardt
really need
one.
to go for everyone
Reinhardt one.
else.
Reinhardt down. Okay. Let's a Junkrat on point. Okay.
This entire game
fine.
was just
Way too much time knowing
lack
what
of identifying who the carries are and then actually making the proper switches to switch to them to deal with them. Instead, you're switching like just one person to deal with them, and then like even the switch there was not efficient enough to have to like to utilize it. You guys want to make sure you shut down
Get
their
Diana. Get
carries
Diana.
as soon as
Nice.
possible.
Point. You have to fight on point.
Honest one. I'm asleep on point.
You have to fight on point.
Almost there.
Really good rollout though, Don.
Honest down. D.Va's one.
Just contest me.
D.Va D-Max.
Okay.
Somebody should go
Reinhardt,
Hammond
nice.
here.
Ryan's one. Ryan's dead.
Ryan's top.
McCree.
Yeah, with the ball. Yes, nice.
Junkrat.
Go target.
McCree half.
Go target.
Point. Oh my god.
No!
What?
But I'm on it. I'm actually on it. What the hell? Okay.
I got booped by the Junkrat.
That's
You
okay.
got. From my vantage point, I saw 4 off, 1 on, and then I'm coming back.
That's fine. Yeah, let's go, dude.
It was good. That was.
In this year.
If she does, it's gonna be your basic skin with a bow.
Probably, yeah.
Also, Siphon said call targets 4 times, and no one picked a target.
That's okay.
Were you alive, Oro?
So I think you guys really just like what Sauce and I came up together with the improvement assignments is pretty accurate and reflective of what we're seeing here. Is the tanks need to play together more and need to make sure that the team is with them. The healer compositions need to be adjusted to what the tanks are playing, and you guys need to make sure the way you pick the healer compositions is that you want to make sure your job is the easiest as possible. So you got to think like if you pick Ana to play in a dive comp, unless you're super confident that is the easiest way for you to heal someone, then pick Ana. But the likely chance of that happening is probably slim. Ana in a dive situation is not really easy to play in this tier. There's just so many environmental objects in the way, and your own team is so unpredictable that you should definitely just play a different. You should just play Mercy at that point.
So hold on, so what are we doing?
Unless you're playing like a super open area, then Ana's viable. But at this point, that's pretty questionable.
Ivory.
Yeah.
Dorado, maybe? Is everyone okay with? I hate. Birdies.
I don't.
It's a good
You
knife.
can go. How good are you on Hanzo?
He's not going Hanzo either, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't play sniper.
I'm quite good on Hanzo.
What would you like to play, Rich?
Huh?
What would you
What
like
do
to
you
play?
We can try and run Pyro. I'm overloaded. What are we doing? Double sniper? No? Okay, no.
I'm
Are we
gonna
doing
go.
double sniper Orisa Hog? Are we doing Ryan Zarya?
Oh, wait,
What?
what?
We're waiting for Meke.
Okay, I'm gonna be a moment then. I'll be right here, but I'll just need a
Alright, in
moment.
that case, Aura, what would you be most comfortable on?
Bless you.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys. Excuse me. Oh,
So Orofloss is gonna play
what is this?
off tank in this situation, I think, right?
Okay, I'm back.
What?
Sorry for the delay.
There we go. I can delete ACB's message.
No, why? You cannot.
Make's
escape.
gonna have to play
I'm gonna keep deleting it.
main heals if this is how it is.
So, ready?
Yep.
That is a questionable comp.
Hey kids.
Actually back.
I
So
repeat,
So, we're
Ryan
running.
Zarya, Hogarissa, or Diva Winston.
Whatever you're more.
Yeah, you guys don't want to run dive on defense here.
Not at all, ACB. You're the main tank. You tell us what you want to play to make space, my friend.
Yeah, ACB.
Okay, listen here. I'm okay with playing anything. I'm a team player when I'm not pressing shift.
what do you
You're
think
a team
about?
player.
So, like,
What do you think
10%
about
of the
Orisa
time.
Hog?
I can't hog, but he can hog, and I can Orisa.
Okay, that's nice.
Hi, I'm the
Widow?
off tank.
Hi.
Hog, Orisa, double, Sniper, Junkrat.
And a Mercy?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going sniper.
Widow may be better
I'll be watching over
in this
you.
instance if you're more comfortable.
Can you play Anna, Meke?
Of course.
Would you have a lot of space in
Do
this
we
map?
want to take high ground, or are we holding?
I'm taking high ground.
Is Rich around?
Yeah, I'm here. I just messed up.
Running into a wall, okay.
We're missing half our team, so we're holding a corner instead of high ground. We don't have time. We don't have time to set up on high ground, guys. We gotta
I
follow.
don't think you need to set up on high ground anyways. This is I know a lot of people like to set up on high ground.
Okay,
This is not
play the
like the
corner, play-
proper. It's much easier to hold, and this is the wrong choke to hold too at the beginning. Just FYI, or Oro is you want to hold. This is a
Play
really
the corner.
awkward angle to figure that out right now.
Because you're
But
gonna get melted.
let me see if I can. Let's see here. Okay, so this is how the start from their side. Wait, I wonder if I can see it from the other side actually. Okay, there we go. Our team's coming this way, right? Their team's coming this way. Oh, let me fix that actually. Our team is going this way, and then their team is going this way. So we want our team to be standing when we set up. We're gonna set up right here with you can have like if you're playing junk, you can have a junk up here or a soldier. We don't have a soldier, but I'm just saying like our junker can be up here. I guess Widow could play. Well, we have heroes that can go up here, but our tanks should play down here by this choke here, because it's just you're giving them less space to push, because if you're playing this choke right here or you're playing high ground right here, they still are able to push all the way over, and then like there's no momentum to stop them at all. So you just have a presence at this corner right here. It'll kind of force them to back off a little bit. Then that's your choke 1. This right here is your choke 2. And then this can be choke 3. Let's see, 2, 1. This looks like 11, 12, and 13, but it's 1, 2, and 3. And then last point is you would just play these little areas here for shelter. Does that make sense?
coach. Can you ask them why they were late to class?
Well, technically Don is the team leader, so he should be the one to say it.
Okay, Don.
Oh, I think I just went all the way
Don, you're
back.
the teacher. You're the
Hold
most
on.
Okay, this good stuff.
Hey kids.
All the trouble of it.
I
So,
repeat, Ryan.
I'm a team.
Sir.
Okay, I'm going sniper.
Widow may be
Here.
okay, play the corner, because you're gonna get melted. ACB, come back.
The other thing with playing this first choke right here, too, is that you have natural shield right here, because they're coming in this way, so they're gonna be shooting this way, right? So like you have natural shield, and you kind of have natural shield here too, assuming they don't come in through this side. And then your healers, this is all natural shield as well. But right here, they like have time to push all the way through.
Yeah, come back, come back.
My God.
I'm gonna be boosting the.
Yeah.
The Junkrat.
Wow. I got hacked and hooked mid-jump. Okay. Alright, anyways,
Anna, come back. You are way too front.
Oh, Bash is dead.
Oh,
Rest is
dude,
dead.
dude.
Nice.
Installing payload.
Drop. I got you.
Any killing?
Hog one.
Oh, it's dead.
We need help with Sombra high ground behind you.
So Don, right here, perfect. So this is a good thing to look at here. You are stepping back this way to get away from Sombra, but you're still within eyesight of Sombra, right? So just like the Widow concept that we talked about before, is if Widow or somebody is playing up here, you want to play directly underneath the bridge so that they have zero visibility into you, and the only way they can get to you is if they drop down. But then if they drop down, you have enforcements right here to back you up. So instead of backing up like that,
Don, I need healing.
make sure you play underneath or go into this left
Okay,
room.
Orisa, come back to the.
You would go in here.
To the payload.
Your Hanzo's
Hanzo
back,
main.
your Han-
Okay, this good stuff.
So right here, to Don, and Rich, and well, everyone honestly, is you guys have this entire building right here as a shield, right? So why are you standing right here and you're forcing yourself to have to use this shield that he put up when you guys can use natural building? So instead, Don, like you and Rich or whoever is playing, you guys can stand on this side right here. This is like where you're standing right here is completely like free range for this team because it's direct eyesight. Right here in this corner right here, they have to go all the way around to get to you. So you guys want to make sure you guys utilize these walls here. And even if you don't play this corner, you can play right here. This is still cover for you. And actually, like, if you play here and your team plays here, you can heal them this way, right? If they come and try and attack, man, this is a clusterfuck. Okay, so you're here. Let's just say this is you, right? This is your team. Enemy team is coming in this way. They attack you this way. They attack you this side. You have the option of either going in here, or you have the option of GA Guardian Angeling to your team for cover. But either way, you have natural cover right here. These two things are it's gonna be your best friend.
Nice! Get the hug. Oh, he got away.
So I want to make sure as healers,
Sombra high ground.
you guys make sure you guys use the natural cover
away.
over your tank's shield at all costs. Your tank's shield is
I cannot see
secondary.
you. Oh, sorry. Come back.
You can
Come back. Play the corner. Play the corner.
yeah. Heal your Ana. Your Ana needs help.
Watch out.
Rise one, rise one,
yeah,
rise one,
yeah.
rise one, rise one.
I wanna rest, but I can't. Sorry.
Guys, look to
I got
Sombra,
hacked.
Because that Sombra just got free reign on us right now. We can't let that happen.
Okay, go crazy. Nice. Sunrise low.
I'm tired.
Go to the payload.
Summer's gone.
Moira's one, no fade.
Nice by herself.
Ana is dead.
Nice.
Kog on me, asleep. Kog asleep, on me.
Okay.
Stay with your hands on.
Good job.
I got you, Hanson. That was a nice defense. Let's
So you
play
guys can
corner.
afford to definitely
Sombra behind.
play forward,
Yeah.
right? You guys won this fight. You guys know the chokes to play. This point, you need to play choke 3. And you would say, like, even before then, you guys could have pushed as soon as you won that fight, push to choke 2 to hold it, and then fall back to choke 3.
No, you don't.
The reason why you might want to play choke 2, because I know your card's back here, but you want to play choke 2 because choke 2 is right before they can split off into the back side. Let me pull that up again. Let's see which one's a good view. Okay, so like I said, this is 2, this is 3. Oh nope, that's not right. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. You guys, the cart was right here, right? Actually, let's do like the cart. I'll just do. Here's the cart. Let's just say this is the cart. And your team plays this choke right here, or that's where you guys are right now. But they just died, so they're coming in. You guys can afford to push forward to this choke right here, because you can then see if the enemy team is going back this way or they're going this way. Determining that, if you guys can see that, then you guys can back it up to closer to the cart. Sorry for all the weird squiggles, but you want to make sure you position yourself, or at least have a flanker that can stay at choke 2, so you can see like which direction the team is going. Then that will determine your next move, right? Because then if they're pushing this way, you can either hold the choke and slowly back into the third choke, or if they're going this way, then you guys are right here, you guys can quickly fall back and hold. Then I'll be facing this direction here while the cart is still right here. You just want to play smart and think before the team gets to their positions.
Sombra behind. I'm hacked. Sombra got me.
Ana's killable.
I'm down. You're down too. Die on payload.
So I know, Dan, you don't play Mercy very often, but right here,
Sombra behind. I'm hacked.
as soon as
Sombra
you
got me.
were hacked and you were trying to go for Meke, you could GA to him here, and then you know that this is natural cover, whatever this thing is. You can play behind it, regardless if you knew there was a Widow or not. You want to position yourself so that, or even as Zen, you want to make sure you position yourself so you're always standing out of line of sight from anything.
Ana's killable.
I'm down. You're down too. Die on payload.
Reset.
We lose point.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We can lose a point, but we can't just triple like that.
Back in the fight.
Yo,
We can't trickle, but we can lose
Aurora,
a point.
Frost, I need you to work with me here.
On what?
What should we do?
I'm gonna talk.
No, I got hooked.
So you guys should
Somewhere behind
know
on Orana?
that you guys need to
Somewhere
switch
behind?
something, right?
They're still
To
in
deal
four,
with
guys, but you guys
with
need
this
to
Widow.
Orisa.
So what, like a Genji or a Tracer for sure.
ACV, come back.
So I
Hold
think
this corner.
it's like you're on your DPS right now to make sure you guys, and that's part of you guys' assignment already, is that you guys need to quickly identify what the enemy issues are and then switch
Sombra's
to
behind. She's
something.
gonna EMP.
It should
Hydra
not
up
be
to you.
Dawn's job to tell you guys that. he will be the person to call
Somewhere
out
behind?
when it's absolutely necessary to do it, but only that if the DPS fails to do
Nice.
it in the first place.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I like this
Somewhere else.
damage boosting that you're doing
Sombra
though,
is still behind, I think.
I'm asleep
Done.
on point. On us on the left side.
Yo, I cannot deal.
Sombra behind.
Ah, they got me. We need something for the widow.
Sombra's dead.
I'm going Genji.
Or Sombra's dead.
Going Genji.
I'm super hacked.
We were gonna want to Ryan. I think Ryan.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go
If you're gonna use your
Winston,
Valk,
she's superior.
make sure you call it out.
Sombra
You know
behind.
there's a widow presence too, so if you're gonna Valk right there, then Valk and then try and kill the widow as a mercy with your pistol. But honestly, you probably shouldn't have Valked right there unless your entire team was there and you guys are going for the engagement.
So glitchy.
Heal me, please.
Help me.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm at 4 and 15 right now. This is not fun. Oh god. I'm gonna try.
Honestly, I mean the mercy part is not what the issue was, so I don't think you needed to switch off of mercy.
Yeah. You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Switching to Moira, I don't think
Focus the
is
shield, focus the shield.
gonna help as much.
Sombra behind,
I can
on the
ass-
right.
Me neither.
I don't have bubble for Ryan. Heal Ryan.
I'm trying.
Right here.
Sombra
So
I
behind.
is
can
it right
ass-
here?
Me neither.
So right here, you throw your healing orb. But what you want to probably do is throw it this way instead of this way, because if you throw it this way, it's just gonna go out this side, and it doesn't come back and bounce back so that the healing lasts longer. If you bounce it this way, at least it bounces off, and it might bounce this way, or it might it still reaches the healing orb will reach it twice around versus the once. And then right here, I don't think I need to tell you this again, but
I'm
you need to make sure you don't hold down your heal resources. You just burst it because it's gonna do the same amount.
I'm sorry, my game is kinda glitchy and I cannot.
It's okay, it's okay.
pull
Ryan, no shield, Ryan, no
He's gonna shatter. He's getting. Sombra high ground.
Dang it.
Go, push. No more else. Nice.
Throw your heals.
Oh my god.
Back. One fight.
Okay.
Behind.
Yeah, reset.
Behind.
Can we figure out where that Sombra's health
At
is?
the bottom right.
I'm peeling for. I had the Sombra on check,
She's
I
on
think.
the far right somewhere. I don't know where.
Come back, ACB. She's high ground. On the.
I know where she is.
Hog behind.
I think I know where she is.
Okay, I have grab.
They're gonna shatter.
This is where
I have grab.
the healers need to tell the team that you guys are behind and not with Ryan.
I have grab. They're focusing me.
I'm dead.
Huge.
You only have Anna for heals. Call targets.
Sombra's low.
Ryan. I'm dead.
Can I grab?
Yes.
Grab blade. It's huge. It's fat. It's the thickest blade ever.
It's really tanky though.
Sombra asleep behind.
Come back.
For Genji here, Alice, your job really is gonna have to be to either distract Widow and or mess with their backline. I don't care if you actually get
I don't
any
have
kills or
heals,
not,
I'm hacked.
but as long as you take that pressure off, that's one less
Switch
person
this back, switch this
to
back if you-
damage your team.
I have coalescence for this fight.
After your coalescence, I would move to Lucio.
Oh, sorry, Junkrat.
Guys.
We need somebody on the payload.
I get a break.
I'm on Widow, Ana. They're both low. They're both one.
You're alone.
Yeah. Doomfist half.
They're
Doomfist
tired.
half.
Keep stalling.
Doomfist low.
She's one.
Oh,
Yeah, so the main issues here is this entire match is really the lack of communication,
Nice. Get the Ana, get the Ana.
Call targets.
like calling the correct targets and constantly keeping the targets called. Plus, poor like team pick choices, like the hero picks are not. You guys are forgetting to pick counters to their carries, and that's like it's causing you guys to lose these games.
ACB, how's your internet doing?
I'm at 150 right now, but I can't make any promises for the future.
Bastion? Or 2 healers, 1 sniper?
Two healers, one sniper.
2 healers, 1 sniper.
Okay.
They have that Moira they've played all game.
You guys should be, if you guys are doing pirate ship, then you should go Mercy Moira. Because this is not enough healing. Because right now you're playing protection, which means that you guys aren't, like, your tanks aren't going to be moving in to deal with whatever's coming in. You guys are basically protecting Rich, so you guys need to have like that extra healing that's mobile that goes with them. Playing Brigitte, you're just it's really like assuming that they come to you. So that's probably not going to happen. They're going to be playing at a distance with Rich here.
Meke, I think you can also play Moira if you wanna counter the Sombra.
Yes.
I think Brigitte is also fine. Try to set up, Okay, nice. Get that shield down.
Done. Like I said before, so now you guys are playing on the other side. So now you guys got to figure out like the best chokes to play that provide you environmental shields. So from this standpoint here, you need to play against the wall here, or in this room, or against the wall here. And then like once this moves in, you would have to shift yourself to in this room here, because you need to play as much natural cover as possible. You want to leave the shield to your bastion as much as possible. So just make sure you hug these walls and play these rooms.
Junkrat is behind us.
Yeah, he just tossed me off.
High ground. Okay, we're down 1. Junkrat behind. I'm down.
Ryan's dead.
So now it's not just you're down. You guys have like 0 heals right now. So that needs to be communicated, because that's a reset right there.
I don't think we can do the Bastion.
Let's fall back.
Go down.
Focus Moira.
She's
Moira out of position.
She's 1.
Switch to dealer.
Yo, get the Moira. We can get her. She's 1.
A nice alone. Oh, that was a good sleep.
This is poor, this is not good tank choices right now. You guys are running, you guys are running Ryan Winston right now?
Genji behind. Genji on our Widow.
So I think if you're gonna go dive, you go dive. You don't go
We can
half
get that.
hybrid.
We can dive that, Ana. Can we?
Where is she? I can't dive yet. I can't dive.
Okay. Oh,
This is a hard reset. Hard reset.
Do you guys want me to switch to Reaver or stay on that? Because we're kind of running like a half dive right now.
We have shatters. I don't know.
I'm going Reaper. Fuck this.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Reaper.
Okay.
So now we know we don't have a defensive ult for this guy, right? So one of you guys need to switch off. I'd probably, well, either of you guys would switch off and would still be fine to Zen. For sure you need a Zen. I don't know that Junkrat here would provide very much use. you guys really do need to just learn how to have a flanker in, but your flanker is not the job of like the Genji and Tracer is just to be annoying as fuck, or Sombra, just to take pressure off the front line, because that's what the problem is. You guys can't get past their front line at all.
They're gonna have Blade for this fight.
I have Shatter.
Okay.
Okay, so just wait for everyone.
Yeah. And who's calling targets?
I will. Junk's on the
Alright,
right side, watch out.
I'm close to tire.
3, 2, 1.
And then Alice, if you're gonna play you're playing Reaper, you gotta play up front in the front line. You can't be playing in the back. You're gonna have to, like, with this comp, because it's not like they have a Winston or anything, you have to play with your tanks, because it's like Syphan is, I don't know, no, that's not Syphan, it's just Zarya with Oro and an ACB. The two of them is not enough to take out someone. With you added to the equation, it makes it so much easier for your entire team to take down things. So that's like similar to like just target calling, right? You guys want to make sure everybody works together as a team and all on one target. So as soon as you guys do that, you guys target one person, everybody on the same person, that person goes down immediately. You guys move on to the next target. But because you guys are playing so separated right now, like, who knows if these two are attacking the same one, but you're now going the backside. And then what are you guys playing? Still playing Widow, or no? You're playing Chunk. So like you have no upfront damage right now.
Back up, no target, no target. Hide, heal. Zarya's on. Moira's on me, Moira's on me.
So you guys look at these. Look at this here. Let's just take a look at here. You have Oro going for Moira, right? ACB is going for, let's say, Zarya. And then Alice got rezzed somewhere back here, I think. So that's no one. You guys are all on playing individual games, individual targets. So that makes it so much harder for the team to like actually take someone down faster. Your goal is to take down enemies faster than the enemy team. In order to do that, you all have to be on the same target.
Force Moira.
Ana.
Just behind.
Ana on payload. Ana on payload. I'm down. Junkrat high ground. Ana still on payload. Ana.
Right, if you can.
Okay, that's a reason.
I must go where I'm
Alright.
needed.
We're gonna swap over
I
to
called
Susan.
Ana a lot.
Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah,
we're
we
running.
didn't focus the Ana.
Yeah, I know. One person called Ana, one person called Junkrat. So
I just say Junkrat is high ground.
Yeah, I
So
said
you be
Junkrat is
careful.
behind.
Yeah, we'll call out positioning, but we're calling one target.
Yeah.
Okay, verse 6.
Let me know when you're going in.
Junkrat is
Jump behind,
left
jump
side.
behind. He's,
Right
top
side.
Left, top right.
Blade. Genji low. I'm down.
Regroup.
Yeah, go back to spawn. Oh, you have numbers. You can push. You can push.
What would work though, because you guys are playing like this and you
You have
guys
Moira
have
with you. Go target.
you're so separated, you guys could go goats
Zarya.
and play as a team together more. So you guys are forced to like have to group up and play together like that.
We can
Yeah,
push it.
fucking game.
Because right now you guys are all playing
Moira,
so
Moira.
individual.
Tracer.
Ana.
And
Okay. We were trying to push, the Ana was contesting.
nice.
Yeah, they're giving it to us. Otherwise, we're waiting for a regroup. Nope.
Get the right.
Ryan. Ryan's in the grab.
There's a Moira
Zarya's in the
behind.
grab. Zarya's in the
Yeah, I'm
grab.
keeping her busy.
Junk's on the point.
We got this.
Moira have behind.
Well done, guys.
We got
Nice.
Moira, no fade. Moira, no fade.
We can't chase after her.
Yes, we can.
The only people left are tanks.
Yeah.
We don't exactly have the speed.
If Moira had no fade.
excuse this time. Just please let me go.
Okay, they have Widow again.
Fuck that shit. Fuck.
Widow is on the window behind.
Widow back left.
She's half.
Nice. You lost armor healer.
Have bubble.
Junkrat behind.
They use
Yeah,
ult.
that's reset.
You guys,
Just
yeah,
reset,
so you guys
don't
really have
reset.
to just determine who their carries are, and that's definitely Widow at this point. Figure that out early
Junkrat would work.
to shut Widow down, force them to switch
You
off
can
of
play
Widow.
something for
Plus,
them.
you like once you take Widow down, you guys are
Some kind
up
of
against a
flanker.
5 stack instead of a 6 stack. You guys want to make it like as easy as possible for you guys as a team.
Yep, get out. Nice flank.
Watch out for tire.
Like, there's zero
Nice.
reason why you guys are like, you guys should run Genji here to distract this Widow. You guys are just giving Widow so much like
Go in.
Yes.
ammo right now.
Concentrated fire. I
Bottom,
think we
bottom,
can
bottom.
lose
Push
Junkrat.
bottom, push bottom.
What?
We need to lose
Bottom
Junkrat.
left.
We need more concentrated fire. That's it.
Tanks
That's all
from
I'm
bottom
saying.
left. Push in.
Okay, go. They got
Run.
Zarya, focus Zarya.
There's an Ana high ground.
Anna behind.
Stagger.
She's one. Push. Widow high ground.
Don, I want you to
she's
start if you're when you play Zen. This might be on your next assignment. Is that you have to predict where your team's gonna go first. Instead of throwing orbs on them when they're like low health, is that you throw an orb on them before they reach the enemy team. So like in that case that they had like when Zarya was going in for their Ana, just assume it was like maybe it wasn't an Ana, right? It could be someone else, but throw that orb on Oro even though he's at full health, just to guarantee that he does survive. Because nobody else so far needed heals. You just want to make sure you don't throw orbs just to heal someone. You want to throw them out so they last longer than they should. To guarantee that they out survive whoever they're up against. So right here, you guys can play more aggressive instead of playing on cart, right? So like somebody can be covering this area, somebody could cover that other doorway, just a body block so that the cart just gets the point like as soon as
Oh, Widow high
possible.
ground. Nice.
Fuck Widow.
Plus it's out of range of like wherever Widow is too.
I'm about to be a shield bot.
That's fine. We're about to have grab. Grab tires this fight.
Okay, just tell me before they use it.
I have Deadeye.
Go. Yeah, I'm looking to grab this fight.
Heal me.
No grab.
Now is a good time to grab.
Shield. I don't have shield.
I'm down. Don't ult. Don't ult.
I thought I was higher on grab than I was. I'm sorry. I read it wrong.
Yeah, no problem. We have Dead Eye, but we can use it with a Widow.
Yeah, we're still not playing
Watch
like
out,
a
there's a
flanker
Junkrat.
here.
Watch out, there's a Junkrat.
I know. I wanted to roll out, but I got booped back.
Sorry.
Fuck. I'm sorry. That's my mistake.
Just wait for Alex.
Widow's playing the left corner.
ACB, I need your shield. I'm gonna high noon. I need your shield, dude.
Alright, I'll save it.
Okay.
Watch out. Widow is
Ready? Let's
playing.
go. We can go.
Drop down.
Drop.
Shield up.
Shield up.
I got heads up.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Curious to know what SR offensive is as well. I feel like offensive and commander had been, and whatever X Gigu or whatever his name is like
Wow.
consistently carrying their DPS is consistently carrying their team. I don't know who any of these other people are, but they have definitely not made a presence as much as their DPS has.
Junkrat, no,
And you guys have not been shutting down their DPS as much as their DPS has been shutting down you guys. You guys need to make sure you determine that way beforehand. You cannot afford to give them time the way that they've been doing it.
Widow Discord, low ground. Anna Discord, main road.
Skill, by the way.
Junkrat low, high ground.
I'm putting shield down.
Oh, okay. Nice look. Oh,
No!
C9.
Oh god.
I realized at the
I don't think you guys won a single match or map on this. Huh. Well,
They want to play
feels
another
bad.
map, so their subs can play. Do you want to play another, or
I'm done.
that's enough? Okay.
Honestly, I don't know. It's up to you, but I don't think.
Okay, yeah, so I think I'm gonna make another session where we just talk more about the choke points of each map. But for this particular game, there were a few things. The tanks were not playing together. They were obviously either not positioned together because you guys you want to play your tanks so that you're bouncing each other off, taking damage for one another. You guys are basically like Dumb and Dumber or Tweedledee Tweedledum. You guys need to be like playing together at all times unless you are peeling. There's zero reason why you should not be together. So that's one. Second is the tanks need to make sure if they're going to engage that you have a team behind you to reinforce that. Otherwise, do not engage. Third is your healers need to play natural shield cover using the environments instead of providing line of sight for the enemy team to attack you. You want zero reasons for them to be able to hit you guys, so you guys need to play this natural covers. You guys need to make sure you guys keep that communication. You guys are going to call targets. You guys have to call if you're going to call targets, you have to follow up on those targets, and everybody needs to be on that target. Everybody needs to drop whatever they're doing and get on that same target that is being called, because right now in especially this last map, it's very apparent you guys are playing very individual games. Each player is attacking another player, and it takes so long and so much effort to take someone down. It's like draining, exhausting for you guys. You guys need to work together and just all attack the same target. You guys did a perfect job the scrim before and you didn't lose, but maybe that's because we had a couple of coaches in the game. But you're not always going to have a coach in, and especially in matches, the coaches can't actually talk during the matches. You guys really need to start working together and make sure you guys are playing as a unit. ACB, stop charging into things. You have to make sure that your team is behind you. Only charge in angles where you can charge into a wall that's directly in front of you, not like 100 foot away from you. It has to be directly in front of you for it to work. DPS, you have to start playing either with your tanks or if you're going to play a flanker, that you play to annoy the shit out of the back line. And that's your job, is to take pressure off the front line in any way possible. So that's either play in the front line with your tanks to take down the front line, or play in the back line of the enemy team so that their front line has to back up their healers and stuff. That's really all I can say about this map or this match. Please follow up on your improvement stuff, everything on there right now is very applicable to what I just saw. If you guys can just work on those things, then I guarantee that your next game will be a lot easier. Alright guys, thank you.